Once upon a time, in a faraway land called Luminara, there lived a princess named Hana. She was known throughout the kingdom for her gentle heart and radiant smile. Princess Hana wasn't just any princess. She had a special duty. She was the keeper of the rainbow crown, a magical tiara that pulsed with the very essence of joy and kindness, casting vibrant colors across the land, from the highest castle spire to the humblest cottage garden. The crown wasn't just an ornament, it was the heart of the kingdom. As long as it shone, Luminara thrived in a symphony of brilliant hues and happy laughter. One sunny morning, Princess Hana went to her balcony to greet her people, as she did every day. She reached for her beloved crown, but her hand found only empty velvet. Her heart skipped a beat. She searched her chambers, her eyes darting from corner to corner. The royal guards were summoned, and a frantic search began throughout the castle. But the rainbow crown was nowhere to be found. A sense of unease began to creep over the castle like a cold morning fog. The kingdom's royal advisor, a wise old man with a long, flowing beard, rushed to Hana's side, his face etched with worry. "Your Highness," he said, his voice trembling slightly, "the rainbow crown is gone." He pointed towards the window. Outside, the once vibrant roses in the garden were already starting to lose their deep crimson color, fading to a pale, sad pink. Without the crown's magic, the kingdom's colors will fade away. Everything will turn to gray. The joy will vanish from our hearts. Hana looked at the worried faces of her people in the courtyard below and felt a steely resolve harden within her. The thought of her beautiful, colorful kingdom becoming a land of shadows was unbearable. She stood tall, her expression firm. "I will not let that happen," she declared, her voice ringing with a strength that surprised even the royal advisor. "I will find the rainbow crown and bring its light back to Luminara. I will not give up. My kingdom needs me." With a determined heart, Princess Hana packed a small satchel with a water flask, a map, and a piece of sweet honey cake. She decided to start her search in the Whispering Woods, a place known for its ancient secrets and magical creatures. She knew the journey would be perilous, but her love for her people gave her all the courage she needed. As Hana ventured deeper into the Whispering Woods, the trees grew thick and twisted, their branches blocking out the sun. The air grew still, and the usual cheerful chirping of birds was replaced by an eerie silence. She felt a prickle of fear, but she pushed it down, remembering her promise. Suddenly, a tiny sound broke the quiet. "Ribbit." Hana looked down and saw a small, bright green frog with enormous, sparkling eyes sitting on a mossy stone. The frog blinked slowly and then spoke, its voice a surprisingly deep croak. "Looking for something shiny, are we?" Hana knelt, her eyes wide with astonishment. "You can talk?" The frog puffed out its chest proudly. "Of course, I can. I am Finian, guardian of the forest's secrets." He hopped closer. "I saw a flicker of rainbow light pass this way not long ago. It left a trail. Follow the rainbow trail, princess, but be warned, it leads through the valley of shadow mist, a place where doubts and fears take form. Be brave." Hana smiled gratefully at the little frog. "Thank you, little friend. Your help means more than you know. I'll be careful." With renewed hope, she followed the faint, shimmering path of rainbow dust that Finian had pointed out, each step taking her closer to the heart of the shadow-filled valley. The air grew cold and damp as Hana entered the valley of shadow mist. Swirling gray mists clung to the ground, twisting into unsettling shapes. Whispers seemed to slither from the fog, voices of doubt that echoed her deepest fears. "You can't do this," a voice hissed. "You're all alone." Another whisper curled around her. "You are too small, too weak. You are just a princess. What can you do? Turn back before you are lost forever." The mist grew thicker, trying to suffocate her resolve. For a moment, Hana faltered. The voices were so convincing, so cold. She felt a tear well up in her eye. But then, she thought of her kingdom, of the fading colors, and the sad faces of her people. She took a deep breath, clenched her fists, and shouted into the swirling gray, "No, I am not too small when I am fighting for my home. I am not weak when I am filled with love for my people. I am strong, and I believe in kindness." As she spoke these words, a brilliant light erupted from her heart, a warmth that was pure and true. The light of her own courage and kindness pierced the darkness. The shadow mist recoiled, hissing, as it evaporated under her radiant belief in herself. The path ahead cleared, revealing a dark, gloomy cave from which the faint rainbow trail emanated. Her spirit, now stronger than ever, guided her forward into the darkness. Inside the cave, it was damp and cold. The only light came from a single, shimmering source in the center. There, on a pedestal of jagged rock, sat the rainbow crown, its colors pulsing softly but looking dim and sad. As Hana approached, a figure emerged from the deepest shadows of the cave. It was a shadow sprite, a creature made of darkness and loneliness, with large, sorrowful eyes. "There it is," Hana cried, relief washing over her. But the sprite moved to block her path. "I need the crown's light," it whispered, its voice like the rustling of dry leaves. "It's so cold and lonely in the dark. The colors make me feel less alone." Hana looked at the creature, not with fear, but with compassion. She saw not a monster, but a being that was hurting. She lowered her hands and took a gentle step forward. "You don't need to be alone," she said softly, "and you don't need to steal the light to feel its warmth." The shadow sprite flinched, expecting an attack. But Hana simply smiled. "I understand being lonely, but taking something that brings joy to everyone else won't cure your own sadness. It only spreads the gray." She extended her hand. "Come back with me to Luminara. Live in the light. In my kingdom, you'll have friends. You'll never be lonely again." The shadow sprite looked at her outstretched hand, then at the dimming crown, and then back at the princess's kind, sincere face. A single, shimmering tear, like a drop of morning dew, rolled down its shadowy cheek. Hesitantly, it reached out and took her hand. As soon as their hands touched, a wave of warmth spread from Hana to the sprite, and the creature's shadowy form began to shimmer with faint, beautiful colors. Together, they walked to the pedestal. The sprite gently lifted the crown and placed it in Hana's hands. Instantly, the rainbow crown burst forth with its full, magnificent brilliance, filling the cave with dazzling light and vibrant color. And so, Princess Hana returned to Luminara, not just with the rainbow crown, but with a new friend by her side. As she placed the crown back upon her head, a spectacular wave of color washed over the kingdom. The roses turned a deep, velvety crimson, the sky a brilliant azure blue, and the laughter of the people returned, brighter and more joyful than ever before. The shadow sprite, now named Flicker, found a happy home in the castle gardens, basking in the light and making friends with the children. From that day forward, the kingdom of Luminara shined brighter than ever, a testament to the power of a single princess who proved that the greatest magic of all is courage and kindness. Standing on her balcony beside Flicker, Hana addressed her people, her voice full of joy. "Together, we will always keep our colors alive. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful adventure. If you loved Princess Hana's story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more magical tales. We'll see you next time.